Hey, what's up, guys? Definitely getting another angle tonight. I hope you guys can hear me all right. I don't have my microphone on me, man. It's been a hell of a day uploading late. It's just been one of those things. Uh, so tonight's topic was, don't chase money, chase success. And what that means is to know where you're going, you kind of got to know where you've been. So, first off, what is money? Money is a piece of paper that the government has inflated to no end. All right, man, for real. Money is for transactions. That's it. Back in the day, we used to sit around with pounds and pounds of silver and gold, just very heavy on us. And that's what we'd use. You guys know this. That's what we would use to buy things. Along the way, and I think it was 71, Nixon changed it from the gold standard. He took us off the gold standard. What the gold standard was saying that you had to have enough gold with the currency you had floating around the market. So, key term was currency. Money is like a river and it has to keep flowing. That's why we call it a currency. It's for transactional purposes. Money is like a river, it has to keep flowing. When a river stops flowing, it gets stagnant, it gets scummy, starts to stink, you get gnats and bullfrogs, it just turns to crap. It's just nothing. So your money is constantly having to move. So taking money and locking it away here, locking it away there is no good. When you put your money into the bank, if you give the bank $10, they only keep $1 for you and they loan out 9. Your bank loans out $9 of your 10 or 90 of your 100 or 900 of your 1,000. They only keep 1 for you and loan out the rest. And they do that, and they do that for everybody because money has to keep moving. Banks know that. Money is just for transactional purposes. Cash itself is for transactional purposes. It is the exchangement of goods and services. That is it. So you need to have an emergency fund of about $10,000. We've covered this before in other videos. For you new people jumping on, go check out some other videos. We've covered this, that you need to have an emergency fund of about $10,000. And outside of that, it doesn't do you a lot of good to carry a lot of cash. But with that being said, the more cash, or excuse me, the bigger purchase or bigger the transaction that you are trying to make, the more money you will need. Obviously, if you're trying to make, $100,000 purchase, then you're going to need that cash. You know what I mean? Or cash and credit, equity, depending on what you're trying to buy. So, not to so much make this about banking, because this is more about mindset, about not chasing money, but chasing success. So if money can be inflated, your $20 an hour, your $25 an hour right now that you're receiving from your job in 5 years will not hold the same power that it holds right now. It will be weakened. So instead of chasing money, chasing a job, oh, they pay 25 over. I remember when I was younger, I would quit a job for $1 more or 50 cents more. Like, man, they're giving me $1 more. I'm going over there. I wouldn't do that now. I wouldn't do that now, because now the older I get, I look for jobs that allow me longevity. What can I do? What can I handle? What am I willing to take? Okay, I can work at this warehouse for 5 years while I build something else for myself. I can do this for 10 years while I build something else for myself. Because that's how I look at it now. What can I physically do for a long period of time to get me to where I want to be financially? As long as it feeds me and takes care of me financially, that's what I'm going to have to do. So again, money is for transactional purposes only. You should not chase money, you should chase success. And what I mean by chasing success is that you need to chase things that are going to increase your MPV, your marketplace value. You need, again, I want to say sorry about being late. I know I'm late, but you need to chase things that are going to increase your MPV, your marketplace value. Sometimes people associate that marketplace value with relationships and this and that, and that's true. I guess so. It does work in that manner as well. But for this purpose alone, we're talking about increasing your value in the employment industry. You can go study CFI. I preach to you guys about this. Corporate Financial Institute will offer you free classes, and then you can buy classes for the banking industry to learn finance. You can go study PMI, the Project Management Institute. They offer certificates. These certificates are known by employers. They offer certificates for you to increase your management skills. You can pay for these. All these classes are less than $300. You can chase a real estate license if you want to do that. You can go and become a home inspector, or you can go and study to be a loan officer, or you can go study anything in the FINRA, FINRA. You can go study anything in that to get any of your series license. You can go become a life coach, a financial coach. You can read self-help and personal development. You can go back to actual college. I do not really recommend I do recommend college, but I don't for bullshit. I do not recommend college if you're trying to go to study art. You need to go to Books A Million. If you're trying to go to study history, unless that history is going to allow you to become an attorney, there's no reason to go study history when you can just go to Books A Million and read about it. If you go study history in college, all they're going to do is hand you a book, tell you to read it, and write an essay. And that's what they're going to do to you over and over and over again, and you're going to pay thousands of dollars for that. You can pay me thousands of dollars. I'll give you a book. You can read it and email me an essay. Yeah, it's that simple. Your bachelor's degree is a new high school diploma. I said that yesterday, and it's true. So no matter what you do, it's going to take time to build and brand. And we're going to jump into a couple questions I got. One question I got, which, no matter what you choose to do, it's going to take time to build and brand. Usually about a 2-year time frame, and they say most businesses will fail in 5 years. I want you to understand that as long as you stick with it with longevity, it will work. If you open up a plumbing company, you might be broke for that first year. You may not make a whole lot of money. That second year, you'll do better. You hear these stories. Third year, you'll be rolling. Fourth year, you'll be rolling. Fifth year, you're rolling. You're a plumbing company. And the reason for that is people start to associate you, the brand. They see it over and over and over again. And they're like, hey, man, just call up Walter's Plumbing. Call up Walter's Plumbing, or call up Keisha's Cupcakes, or, call up, Jerry's Roofing, or whatever it is. People will, they will associate you or your name or the brand or the business after it's been there, cycled around long enough in that same town. They've seen the marketing, they've seen the billboards, they've seen this, seen that. It will associate you, the business, the brand, and they'll be like, call Jerry's Plumbing, call Jerry's Roofing, call Keisha's Cupcakes, call this, call that, call Sarah's Candles, right? Because it's just mentally instilled in them. It's repetition. And that's how businesses win. You just have to keep going. You're going to have to suck it up through the failures and keep going. So when you ask me about, new business ideas, talking to my mechanic friend, 37 years old with the bad back, when you ask me about business ideas, I know you said you didn't want to work in labor positions anymore. I completely understand that. I have a bad back. My L7's going out. It's caused me all kinds of sciatica, all kinds of stuff. And so I completely understand. It's kind of bothering me to sit here in this chair right now. I completely understand not wanting to do that. So there are things that you can do. For one, you can start flipping cars. If you're any decent of a mechanic and you don't mind that type of work, just go buy you a car, $2,000-$3,000 car, and start working on it. Flip it. America needs cheap housing and cheap cars. Anything you can do to solve either one of those problems for people, especially young people, make it quality and keep going. And then they'll come back and they'll say, give me 1 second. I had this up right here. Boom, 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 boom. Greg, yeah. Then they'll come back and say, man, go holler at Greg. Greg got those cars in his backyard for cheap. And they're good. I've had mine for 2 years. Like, make it quality. Do what you got to do and build a good reputation for yourself. If you don't want to go with cars, man, there used to be a guy in my neighborhood that sold bicycles. He'd pick up old bicycles. He'd go around. Now you can just run an ad on Marketplace or something and buy them for $10, $20 and get them for free because people don't want them. Rebuild them. Rebuild the bikes, man, and send them out the way. And just have 4 or 5 bikes in your yard, chain them up, let people come pick which one they want. Bikes are expensive. So there are those little hacks right there. If you're not trying to get involved in that, then I would tell you to get creative. And I would tell anybody, man or woman that is listening, again, don't chase money, chase success. It is going to take you time to build and brand. Look at me right now, right here. Look what I'm doing. I would tell anybody that is listening, do not sleep on YouTube. Do not sleep on social media. This is just an extension of yourself. It is 100% going to take off All you got to do is keep authentic content. Only build and film what you know about. If you don't know about it, don't film it, don't talk about it, because then you're just misleading people. They'll see right through you. But look at me. Some of you have known me for a while in real life. Some of you have followed my Facebook page. I've been back on social media for like 9 or 10 months now. I told you guys about 3 months ago on Facebook, this is just an extension of yourself, because a guy had asked me, why is this so easy for me? We live in two worlds now. This one right here that I'm talking to you through, this plastic device, and then we live in the world where I get cold, wet, and hungry, hurt, bleed, everything. We live in two worlds. This one and this one. This is just an extension of me. I'm running this channel as if you were sitting right here across from me talking to me. That's all I'm doing. You are literally sitting in my office. I have half my living room sectioned off for an office. I have a big old, 60-inch TV back here behind me. I got a couch right behind me. Got my little bookshelf here, lamp there, whiteboard over here behind me, right over here in this direction. The posters, everything is sitting right here. I'm literally just sitting in my little corner office, and I'm following the Sam Walton sundown rule. I've had a very busy day. I'm late on this upload. I hated that. It really bothered me. But I cannot rightfully lay down, without clearing my desk. For those that don't know the Sam Walton sundown rule, Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, said he would not go home until he cleared his desk. And I have to agree with that. And you guys are now on my desk. You need to develop that mentality if you're trying to get to where you're trying to go. There's just no other way. So we will touch on more business advice and more business startups and things like that. Those are just a couple of ideas. If you have any of those skills, jump on it. I know you said you don't really want to be in labor positions. Maybe if you should look into getting a general contractor's license, outsource things to people. I know a guy that makes a lot of money. I might even start doing that myself. As far as that goes, and I'm going to jump off this subject. But as far as outsourcing goes, let's just hypothetically run this idea. For anybody listening, outsourcing means that I take a job and then I hire other people to do it, okay? So let's hypothetically say that I run a roofing company. I don't, but let's say that I do. I will start up my roofing company. I will build and brand it and turn it into an LLC, and then I will go around and find somebody that needs their roof done. Let's say all I got is $6,000 to start this. With that, when I find one customer, one client that needs their roof done, hopefully you've already done your due diligence about hiring people, but I find one customer, one client that needs their roof done. I find a couple guys to go and roof it, and I just upsell the client, $1,000 or however it is. Or we can actually start a real roofing business. I get my LLC, I run the whole thing, I get a client that wants to roof, I take the $6,000, buy materials, I get my guys that know how to roof to come over there, and I just project management and make sure that they are doing what they say they're going to do. You can do the same thing with flooring, you can do the same thing with painting. You go quote a customer on painting, you go back to your painter that you know and say, hey, I got this house, go paint it. And he'll run over there on whatever day he can paint it. You got to get all these things figured out. We can break this down in another video if you want, but hypothetically, everything lines up. It's a perfect world right now, okay? I get a customer that needs a house painted. I holler at my painter. He goes over there and paints it. I break him off his whatever, $1,000. The customer paid me their $1,500. I pocket $5. So you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's you running an LLC and it's you outsourcing all your work. There's nothing wrong with that. It's project management at its finest. People do it all the time. How do you think these multi-million-dollar houses get built? Do you think a guy in a suit goes hammer and nail and puts that house up? Hell no. He takes out a bank loan. He finds a contractor. They go and build the house. They will call 811, run through the plumbing, run through this. All these different contractors are coming over and putting in. You got an electrical contractor, heating and air, plumbing, framing, roofing, everything, flooring, water, everything. All these guys are running different contractors. It's not one man. It's either a one home builder that has his own home building company that has his own departments of water, plumbing, electrical, so on and so on, or it is a guy like, say, myself sitting here at a computer and calling all these different people to go and finish this one house, and then I take my profits off of it. So there's that. Those are different things. That's something you look into. If you go to the Project Management Institute and start researching their stuff, it will help you along with this. It'll speed up the process. Anything that you can do, all this goes and ties into don't chase money, chase success. Anything you can do to better your marketplace value in the employment industry is a no-brainer. It's a win-win for you, man. It's going to get you there and it's going to fast track it. You just got to be willing to do it. Second question I had, let me get back to it. Oh, wrong place. Was from Juan. Juan, where you at, buddy? Let me see what I got here. Boom, boom. Juan's going through a breakup. He's 36 years old. He's living at home with his mom. He wants to get his own place. Juan, you didn't say if he had a job or not. I hope you are employed. But he wants to get his own place, get out of his mom's house. That way his daughter can have her separate room, but he can't get his mind off the breakup. Well, man, you know what? That happens to a lot of us. It sucks. And I'll tell you, you probably won't want to go through this again. If you do, then I don't know what to tell you, man. Hard head makes a soft ass, because I've been through this. I've been in love once, and I've been heartbroken once. And I won't go through that again, maybe later in life. You know, I always hope that there is a person out there for me, but I don't really waste my time with it. I'm so zeroed in and focused on where I'm going and what I want to be and who I want to be with the rest of my life, because I realize I'm halfway through my life. And at 36 years old, man, if nobody told you, statistically, you're about halfway through your life. So you can keep chasing random women, you can keep doing this, doing that, or you can lock in. And I try to tone my language down on YouTube, but you really need to lock the F in. You need to stop bullshitting with your time. Stop playing games. You're 36 years old. Hopefully, I was in your shoes. I was 32, man. I was left homeless. Had to move in with my mom. It was a horrible situation. Me and my mom was always bumping heads. We were living in a little bitty house. She wouldn't listen to me. I wouldn't listen to her. You know, I was just too old. Nothing against my mom. I was just too old to be living with my mom. So hopefully your situation's not like that. Hopefully your situation, you're in a bigger home, bigger space. You and your mom are cool, and your mom's cool with you being there. But I get it. You're 36. You don't want to live with your mom. You want your own place. But this goes back to the video of stay down till you come up. You are down. And you need to stay there. If you go rent a place, you go prematurely rent something. First off, you got furniture. You're going to rent something and be in there just hello, 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 echoing. Everybody's been in an empty ass house that just echoes, your feet echoing down the hall and everything else. You're all alone, eating down beanie weenies and Chef Boyardee and bullshit. Like, we've all been there, man, at some point or another. Dude, stay down till you come up. If you don't have a job, find a job that's going to pay you what you feel you're worth. I don't know everything about your background, but I'm going to tell you, as far as the heartbreak goes, dude, I'm going to share my personal experience with it. I was dating a girl that I really liked, and I really thought that, you know, me and her would, you know, we had some kinks, but I thought we would get married, and I was like, okay, this could work. She woke up one day, and she just said, I feel like I'm settling for you, and I think I can do better. Man, that killed me. And she was serious, and it killed me, and it killed me for a long time. And I was in a small town, and I would have to watch her date these guys, this guy and that guy, and go around with this guy and that. I'd go to Applebee's or Texas Roadhouse. They'd be there, and I'd have to see her with other guys. And eventually I started paying attention, and I was like, okay, I'm going to outdo these guys. She's never going to find better than me. And she never did. She never did. I bumped into her not too long ago, and, you know, I don't know, man, this was back in 2017. I bumped into her a few years ago, and she never did. I don't personally think she did. You know, I mean, we're not going to get into all that, but I made sure that I leveled up so hard and became the best version of myself that I'm not even interested in her anymore. I'm that type of woman, that quality of woman, like, it just doesn't interest me anymore. There's nothing there for me. And I think that's what you need to do. You really need to level up your character. This is a game. If this is a simulation, if we are living in some type of video game simulated type of world, this is a game, then you need to level up your character. Right now, your character is homeless, living with his mom, and, you know, worried about a breakup. Dude, you need to go to the little merchant on the side of town. You know what I mean? Like Zelda or some shit. You need to go to the little merchant on the side of town and take a quest. And this quest right here is going to be physical fitness, self-education, personal development. It's going to be all that. I know you said right here in the comments you're chasing a real estate license. Again, that's going to take about 2 years to brand yourself. You can do it in less than a year if you put your head down, you lock in, and you get to work. It usually takes people about 6 months to receive a real estate license. Dude, I did it in 30 days. I was ready to take the test in 30 days, no lie, and I decided that I did not want to be a real estate agent. Because at that time, I was already making about 75 a year, and for me to go be an agent and try to build that business, I was going to lose money, and I just couldn't afford to lose, which that contradicts me, but I just knew me personally, I didn't want to be an agent at that time. That contradicts me by saying I didn't want to go backwards to lose money when I tell you guys to chase success, not money. I was in a situation, I have high child support, I have to keep up with it or run my credit, so I had to make an adult decision. I made the best tactical decision for me at that time. Sometimes I regret it, but not really, because even now, here we are years later, I don't want to be a real estate agent now. So I would have done all that, got my license. Maybe I would have loved it. I don't know. I never became one. I did study for it. I'm glad I studied for it. I know I would have passed the test. I swear I know I would have passed the test. That also reminds me that you guys can go and check out wherever you're at. Go check out, be a home inspector. Go check out becoming a loan officer. Check out real estate agent if you want to. If you don't want to be one of those three things, go study the material. Go look at it. It's great material. Go check it out. But Juan, man, you're gonna have to lock in. I threw away my phone. I deleted social media. If you're over here bumble fucking around on Facebook, playing games and whatever else you're doing, man, cut it. It's gone. No drugs, no alcohol. It's time to lock in, dude. Don't lower your vibration for anybody. Move with a sense of purpose. If it's not going to get you to where you want to be, then forget it and forget them. If they're not with you, they're against you, man. If they're not trying to help you out, if they're not trying to get you to the next level, if they're not trying to improve your life, your finances, your physical health, or anything else, then they're gone. You don't got room for BS friends. You don't got time to waste. It's over. It's done. It's gone. Dead serious. If you can't lock in like that, I don't know if you're going to make it or not, man. I ain't sitting there saying you can't, but it's going to take you even longer. You got to cut it off. You got to say goodbye. You're going to have to say goodbye to everything. I deleted, at that time in my life when I was 32, living with my mom homeless, I deleted social media. I deleted Facebook, Instagram. I don't know if you saw that video. I deleted all that stuff. Go back down my video list, man. I deleted all that crap. I locked in and I changed my life. I doubled my income in less than 2 years. And I mean, I changed my life within 5. So you're 36 years old, man. What's 40 going to look like? I'd make a proper plan. What do I want to be at 40? I would vision board it. I would write it down. I would goal set. You look up any videos out there about goal setting, vision boarding. Write it down. Be serious. Don't play games. 40 years old, I want a 2-bedroom apartment. I want a new car if you need a new car. I want this. I want that. Write it down. Be serious. Don't deviate from the plan. And don't just say, I want. I want you to also tell me how you're going to do it. Make a detailed plan. 40 years old, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. I'm going to get a job doing this. It's going to pay me this, this, and this. I want it detailed, man. It's going to pay me. I'm going to make, right now, starting 2025, I plan on finding a job that's going to start now, though, but I plan on finding a job that's going to pay me $75K a year. I don't care any job. I need $75K a year. Start there. You think you can't do it? Dude, $75K a year is first line supervisors. Just do your best. Start there. I don't know your entire situation, but start there. Detailed plan, and don't deviate from it, and cut off all the fat. Get rid of the bullshit friends, drinking, smoking, riding around, hanging out, being depressed about this girl. I know it's hard, man, but dig deep, drive forward. What's done is done. You got a little girl to raise. She needs her daddy. You can't be worried about some woman that's not worried about you. I'm sorry, I know that's crucial, but I went through it. It hurts, it's hard, it sucks. But you got to become the best version of yourself, and what's going to happen is she'll try to come back. And that's when you'll probably be just like I am, and just, nah, I'm not really interested. I've leveled up so much, I'm not interested. But the worst thing you could do is stay the same, stay stagnant, and then she sees you again, and you've accomplished nothing. You understand? So right now at this point in your life, you need to put your head down and grow, because if anything else, if you do see her again, you do not want her to see you as she left you. You want her to see you as somebody she can't have again. You got me? I hope that helps with that, man. Last I had, man, I cannot find your comment to save my life, but I had a 17-year-old kid. He jumped in the comments and he said, my life sucks. He's like, I'm really getting the shit kicked out of me right now. I was supposed to have had a job. His friend was supposed to give him a job. His friend backed out on the job, didn't give him one. You know, he's 17. So at 17, man, I'm gonna tell you like this: you're 17. If you were my son, I'm gonna be as honest as I can be and tell you your first mistake was relying on anybody other than yourself. Stop relying on people. Let this be a lesson to you now. I am the type. I'm the type of man. I don't ask for help. People ask me for help. You understand? I am the man you come to ask for help. Nobody's gonna. You understand what I'm saying? I am not the type of man to go out and ask somebody to help me. I am the type of man that people come and ask me for help. Rely on yourself. For the rest of your life from this day forward, realize nobody is coming to save you. And I say this respectfully, dude. This is what I would I do tell my son this shit. Nobody's coming. If it ain't me, ain't nobody else coming. And when I'm dead and gone, nobody's coming for him. And I do not want him relying on strangers to look out for him. I want him to be resilient. I want him to always bounce back. And that's what I'm telling you. Rely on yourself. So first thing you need to do, man, is secure employment. Any employment will do as long as it will take care of you and your situation. Hopefully your situation's okay. You know, but at 17, I mean, your skills are limited. But if I were 17 and hopefully you got a car, you can travel around. If not, then you need to secure employment that you can walk to or ride a bike. You do not want to secure employment too far from you to where you have to rely on other people to give you a ride, because that shit won't work. You need to be able to physically get yourself there if you don't have a car. You don't want to rely on other people, period. So if that's fast food, if that's whatever that is, and you need to secure that employment for yourself, but do not rely on other people to get you there. You need to make sure you secure employment that you can get to by yourself. After you've done that, man, if it's fast food, if it's warehousing, whatever it is, make sure that it's something you can handle for a good period of time, a good stint of time, because at 17 years old, you need to be thinking about what's 21 going to look like. Okay? Life is not a journey, it is a process. From 21, what's 25 going to look like? From 25, what's 30 going to look like? From 30, what's 35, what's 40, so on and so on. Give yourself goals. 1 year goal, 2 year goals, 3 year goals, however you need to do it. I personally move in 2, 5, and 10s. That's how I personally move. So that's just the way I kind of operate, man. That's just how I kind of move. 2, 5s, and 10s work well for me because I think 2 years gives me plenty of time to set massive goals, put my head down, and execute. And I really mean that. Then 2 years, if I sit down and say, hey, I want to have $50,000 saved in 2 years, on let's say all I make is $40,000 a year, I'm going to dump a bunch of shit and I'm going to get after it. It's very difficult. It is, but it can be done. Are you going to go work 2 jobs? I mean, it can be done, man. You know, that's just me kind of talking. I'm just saying. But you're going to sit down. If I say that I want to start something and I want to have it finished in the next 2 years, I'm going to do everything I can to get it done in a year to 18 months. That's why I tell you I have no friends. I don't associate with people. I don't go to the clubs and the bars. I don't hang out. I don't chase women anymore. I give a shit. None of it interests me. I'm fully aware that I'm halfway through my life and I stopped playing games with it. At 17 years old, you got plenty of time to make mistakes, to fail, to rebuild, rebrand, regroup. First thing you need to know, though, is nobody's coming to save you and you need to rely on yourself. Your life does not suck. You're 17 years old. If you're smoking weed, put the shit down. Don't drink. Quit riding around with your bullshit friends. I know you're probably not going to listen to me. Hell, you're probably riding with them right now. So, man, either or, your life isn't that bad. You're 17. Enjoy it, but you need to make tactical decisions to get to where you want to go. Hope that makes sense. I hope that helps, but it's true. I know it's not what you guys want to hear when you're broke and needing money, but all that shit is true. That's why I tell you, don't chase money, chase success. Success is your best friend because no matter what, if you just constantly chase money, you're just going to be doing a round robin and ending up back in the beginning. It's like I tell you, don't pay off your debt. To stack cash could get yourself back to zero. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go find the videos. Don't pay off your debt. When you chase money, you're literally just spinning the wheels. You're just going to go $20 an hour job to $20 an hour job. If you're trying to see 6 figures, then it ain't time. It's not you trading time for money. It's you now working, trading time for money, and trading time for education to get you to six figures. You're going to have to find a job to support yourself and then do all the late night shit to get you there. I mean, look at it. What time is it right now? I don't even know what time it is right now. And you're going to have to do the late night shit to up your income and your off time. Right now it's 8:03. I'm uploading late as hell, but I'm still here making sure I'm fulfilling my obligation to you guys. I'm sorry about the late upload, but what I'm telling you is real. What I'm telling you is true. You're going to have to burn the candle at both ends. Stop trying to think that you got to hang out and be the cool guy and the cool kid and hang out with these people and that people, going to Applebee's and drinking beer. I ain't doing none of that shit. All right, I hang out with my son. I go to work. I come back here and I kick it with y'all, man. That's what I do. That's it. I handle my business. My day starts at about 4 a.m. and my day ends about 9, 10 o'clock at night. Sometimes. I mean, it just depends. But I'm about to have to get to where I want to go as fast as I want to get there. I've told you before, it's going to make you insane. But for me to get to where I want to go as fast as I'm trying to get there, I'm going to have to burn the candle at both ends, and I'm going to have to step up my game as to what I'm doing and do a lot more. The more you want, the more you have to do. And that's just the name of the game, man. Don't chase success. I mean, look at that. See? Don't chase money. Chase success. And I can't stress that enough. Chase the person you want to be. Build them. Find a job that you can stand and tolerate for the next 4 or 5 years. Lock in, work the shit out of it, and then spend your free time becoming the person that you want to be. Building and branding yourself. Anyways, I hope that helps. I hope that gets you guys to where you want to go. Damn sure let me know in the comments what you guys thought, if this is what you were expecting. Anyways, I got some rebranding and things to do myself with this channel, so I'm still trying to work the kinks. I'm still new to YouTube, the platform, this whole thing, but I definitely appreciate each and every one of you being here. Let me know what you guys think. If you got any comments to help out these guys, any good business startups, anything that would be good for a mechanic, anything that would be good to get somebody out of a labor position, anything good for one, any relationship advice, anything good for our 17-year-old young man out there. I didn't catch his name, but out there, let him know, man, he's 17. His life does not suck that bad. You know what I mean? Like, if I could go back to being 17, man, sky's the limit. So, if you other guys got anything for them, let them have it. All right. I wish each and every one of you the best. I'll catch you guys later. Good night.